An update on a developing story out of South Korea. President Yoon Suk Yeol has declared emergency martial law in an unannounced late-night address that was broadcast live. Now, he said the measure was necessary to protect the country from communist forces and named North Korea. He did not say in the address what specific measures will be taken. Mr. Yoon said opposition parties had taken hostage of the parliamentary process to throw the country into a crisis. The surprise move comes as Mr. Yoon's People Power Party and the main opposition Democratic Party continue to bicker over next year's budget bill. And for more, Lim Yun Suk joins us live now from Seoul with the latest. Yoon Suk, what prompted this sudden announcement?
Well, I don't think anybody know the answer to that. And it did take everyone by surprise. It took me by surprise, too, because all of a sudden he just came out on TV late Tuesday night saying that he had no choice but to take this action because the government has become paralyzed. And as you said, he did accuse the main opposition party of controlling this government, sympathizing with North Korea and saying that they were carrying out anti-state activities. Now, he says that he's going to be getting rid of the pro-North Korean forces and protect the constitutional democratic order of South Korea. And, why he had to take this and why he took this move is difficult to say. It seems like, the lawmakers of even the ruling party were not aware of this because we are getting reports that lawmakers from the ruling party and also the main opposition party have started gathering at the National Assembly. And even the ruling party coming out saying that this was not the way to be ruling the country. And so, as to why he took this measure, I think it's something that, experts will have to try to figure out in the coming hours or so. But as you said, it was also because he has really been cornered recently, in recent months, as his approval ratings have dropped. And it has been very difficult for him to push ahead with any of his reforms because of the opposition party, which controls the parliament. Now, the opposition party was trying to cut his budget in the last few days. It has been calling for an independent investigations into the scandals involving his wife and other officials. And in fact, here in central Seoul, in the capital, there have been rallies every Saturday by the main opposition party and other groups here calling for President Yoon Suk Yeol to step down or face impeachment. And so with all that going on, some experts saying that it's possible that he felt cornered, he felt like there was nowhere to go, and thus he declared this martial law here in South Korea.
It definitely came as a surprise, Yoon Suk. But share with us, what does the martial law entail and how will this affect South Koreans?
Well, it's difficult to say at the moment. It's hard to know what steps he'll be taking now because that's really the only thing that we've heard from him since he came live on TV. And people are really just scrambling, trying to make sense of all of this because South Korea, was under martial law in 1980 when it was, and then was ruled by military ruler Chun Doo-hwan. And so I don't think there's anyone out there in the streets of Seoul who had expected this to, a martial law to be imposed here in South Korea. So many South Koreans will be waking up to this news, but it's difficult to say what this means, although one expert that I spoke to did say that he would have to sought approval from the National Assembly to impose this, but then the National Assembly is controlled by the main opposition party, and also some saying that it's possible that he could put a ban on some of the street rallies that we've been seeing out here in central Seoul, out in the streets here, and also there are several strikes being prepared, being planned by some of the people out there, like the railway workers, the subway workers, and some experts here are saying that those rallies and those strikes will have to be halted because of this martial law. But it really is too early to know exactly what this means. But it seems like the lawmakers from both parties are gathering at the National Assembly now, though there are reports saying that they've been not allowed to go inside the National Assembly. They've been blocked by the South Korean police. And so, some reports saying that they are expected to be clashes here tonight between the lawmakers and the police here in South Korea. So everyone's really just trying to make sense of what is going on and what really provoked all of this and what President Yoon Suk Yeol plans to do in the coming days to relate it to this martial law here in South Korea.
Yoon Suk will definitely be speaking to you again, but that was Lim Yun Suk reporting live from Seoul. We'll have more on this developing story on the emergency martial law in South Korea on our website, cna.asia.